Welcome to the Ch.Op 40-40 Challenge, brought to you by Chasing Optimal. So what is this Ch.Op 40-40 Challenge anyway? Essentially, the concept is that we're going to chop or eliminate something completely out of your life during this time period together, okay? Now, we're not going to chop something out that helps you. That doesn't make any sense. So we're going to eliminate something that is not in alignment with the future goals that you have and the trajectory you want to start taking your life. So the two that I recommend everybody do first are essentially chop out or eliminate any and all barriers between you and the earth. This is also known as grounding, just for like 20 minutes a day. You can do your morning routine with this, or just simply as you walk your dog in the afternoon, kick your shoes off. Try not to be on pavement, asphalt, concrete, or anything. We're walking on dirt, soil, sand, grass, something like that, okay? And then the other part too, I would like everybody to do is essentially eliminate 1 full hour of screen time prior to going to bed, okay? A lot of hard evidence showing the benefits behind not being in front of a screen an hour before bed. If you can do more time, that would be wonderful. And then from the following list, I'll let you select which one you're willing to commit to for the entire time we're doing this to eliminate completely. And that is either it's going to be something on the nutrition side where we're getting rid of processed foods or refined sugars or fast food. Or maybe it's like cigarettes or weed or alcohol, but there's got to be something that we're essentially willing to give up because we know it's not in our best interest to continue doing this every single day as we currently are, okay? And those are the type of things that I'm referring to, not the ones that we do, every once in a while. We're like, okay, yeah, I'll give up drinking because I only do it like once a month. No. I'm talking about things that like they're daily. This has got to change, but you haven't done it yet. And when I say this, you probably already have that first thing in mind. But hypothetically, let's say you're perfect. You already got all that. You walk your dog barefoot. You already don't do screens for 2 hours before bed, and your nutrition is completely dialed in. So I'd like to challenge you on the flip side. Maybe it's something here. Maybe it's the excuses that you're making, or maybe it's the limiting beliefs or the negative self-talk. And I know these ones are going to be a little bit harder for us to really kind of gauge and measure, but the first step, we can start becoming aware. We can start noticing how often we think like this or talk like that to ourselves. So if that is the case, let's pick one of them. Let's try to eliminate that and work on that. Now, through this, I'll remind you, this is not to aim for perfection, okay? So give yourself some grace if you fall off the bandwagon on this. But we are going to aim for progress, and I'm going to help you measure that because there's a huge difference in your mindset and how your psychology works when we keep on measuring the gap as opposed to when we measure the gain. And I want to help you to live in that gain and help you build confidence and build momentum so that we can actually start to change that trajectory moving forward, and we can start getting on a better path and start making some more progress in your life that you want to have and see and experience. Okay? That's what I'm about. I like seeing the potential in people brought out. See, I've been coaching people for over 15 years, and it brings me no more joy than to be able to see somebody do something that they once thought they couldn't do. Because you know what? There's greatness in you. You just got to believe in it again and start practicing bringing it out. And so for the next 40 days, I'm going to challenge you with about 40 minutes each day to set aside to be intentional with your day, with your mindset, with your body. Okay? That means only about 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon, or either it's after work or right before bed. And there's a whole formula for this. Everything is backed by science, what we're doing. I'm really excited. And the bigger picture is I want to be able to help and bring this to more people, to more organizations and schools and to churches and to businesses. Imagine if we had this stuff in high school where somebody taught us the importance of being able to breathe and change our physiology so that we can change and upgrade our psychology. Imagine if we started a gratitude practice when we were 13, 14, 15 years old. Well, since I can't go back in time and change any of that, what I'm working on right now is helping people like you to create real change, get real results in their life, and then be able to go to these schools and say, hey, wouldn't you like to give all of your students and faculty access to this? Wouldn't this be really helpful for everybody if we could actually take better care of our bodies, our temples, and fix this and start looking and seeing all of the good? Because when we come back to it, when we first have an idea or thought, it actually creates about 1,300 to 2,600 new neural connections in your mind. And so when we come back to it, when we practice it, guess what happens? They actually get a little bit deeper. they come back a little bit stronger. And those trails that we're making in our mind start to become roads. And when those roads, when we come back to those and visit those more often, they become highways. And guess what? Highways carry way more traffic than trails do. So we can actually start to look and see more of the good. We can seek out more of the positive things in our life. And your brain will start working very differently in a great way. I promise you that. This stuff works. I am super excited to help guide you on this journey and to walk you through this process and share everything that I've learned, because this comes from a place inside that I struggled with a lot and I needed help with. So I went through the process of learning, talking with friends and family and sharing this stuff with clients, and I got good feedback on it. And I wanted to learn and refine it and make it a little bit better and then share it with more people. Now I'm looking towards getting this certified through the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. This way we can actually have that awesome stamp of approval and say, hey, you guys want this? I think this is going to be really helpful for your business, for your church, for your organization, for your schools, and have a greater impact on the world. Because ultimately, this is my legacy. This is what I want to be able to leave behind to change millions of lives. So my ask to you is, will you commit? Will you commit to doing this for 2 weeks? If you are, I'm so excited for the next 2 weeks.